Hey guys, and how's it going? I'm making this short video to give you some insight as to why it is so important to be thinking about our microbiome, the molecular constitution of our gut, as we approach different aspects and different approaches to healing. But to do so, I want to first take you back about 30 years. No, wait, let's go back 100 years. So back in the early 1900s, Sir William Osler, who's often known to be the father of modern medicine, a British doctor, made an observation about the gut. He noticed that people that had high amounts of a lactic acid secreting bacteria known as lactobacillus had fewer problems with their gut and fewer diseases. He also recognized that there was another category of bacteria, which we now know to be bifidobacter, that he recognized was associated with more pathology, but they hadn't identified the actual bacterial genus and species at that time. So now I'm taking you back 30 years to my medical school training. And in this time, we were taught basically that food goes into the gut, poop comes out. Somewhere in the gut, there's a bacteria that makes vitamin K. The gut absorbs our food, and that's about it. But what we know now is that the interaction and the interface between the microbiological species that live in our gut and our whole body health is so much more diverse than that simplistic truism that I was taught when I was in my medical training. So let me give you a few fun facts. So for starters, a human body is estimated to be something like 10 trillion cells. It's also estimated that we have something like 100 trillion bacteria that reside in and on our body. So cell to cell, albeit bacterial cells are a lot smaller, we're about 1/10 human and 9/10 bacterial. My DNA, as does yours, is thought to contain something like 22 or 24,000 active genes. But if you add up all of the genetic material from all the different bacteria that live in our gut, it turns out that the number is something like 2 to 5 million genes. And don't get me wrong, those genes aren't sitting around doing nothing. They are making proteins, and those proteins, those bacterial byproducts, are not only working for the bacteria, but they're also affecting our physiology and our biology as well. But then we start to look at all the different things that have been learned in the last 20 years about how these bacteria that reside in our gut engage and interact with the rest of our body. For example, it's now known that some of our more important neurotransmitters, like GABA, may be bacterial products. And we also know that the type of bacteria engages actively with our immune system through something known as the dendritic cells across the single layer lining of our gut, which is known as the gastric mucosa. We also know that there are important molecules that bacteria are able to digest. So we lack the ability to digest fibers, right? And we don't have the ability to do that, but bacteria do. And what they do is they have the ability to break down insoluble and soluble fibers in our diet into molecules known as short-chain fatty acids. And these are little, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 carbon molecules that are very potently interacting with the way that our immune system is working. So think about what we're learning now about the microbiome. It affects our neurotransmitters. It affects the way that our immune system works. It modifies our nutritional status and actually provides us with things such as these short-chain fatty acids that we wouldn't be able to get without having these bacteria in our gut. I just wanted to do this short video because it's so amazing to think how much things have changed and how much they've remained the same. Like, why is it was in 1906 that Sir William Osler was able to identify the lactic acid secreting lactobacillus that we now know is a very potent driver for gut health, yet we forgot about it for a full 100 years. Anyways, as always, I'm making these videos to give you guys good information, to share what I understand about modern medicine with you, and to help to give you the tools that you need to become best stewards of your own healthcare, to make good decisions about the natural alternatives that are out there to really turn around your health and begin to be well. And as always, like, comment, give me a thumbs up for these videos if you like them. And as always, I'll see you guys in another video, and take care.